Yo guys, what is going on? Got another BT6 gameplay video for you guys. I've been messing around with a really fun deck, as you will soon see here. But my opponent on the right is playing a Musketeer, 3 Musketeer build, playing lots of cool removal cards, Bellstarmon, Gundramon. You already know the drill. These cards are crazy. And we're just going to see a Soundbirdramon Digivolved in the breeding area, and then an Itmon play just to get the discard off to potentially reduce Bellstarmon's cost later on in the game. Now, as you can maybe tell, I am playing a Titamon version of purple. Not just any version though. I'm also playing kind of the Lilith Loop package. So you see me lead off with a rookie there, the Tsukaimon, and then the King Kakumon, as well as a purple memory boost to reveal the top 4 cards in my deck and add any purple Digimon amongst those to my hand. So just trying to get set up here. My opponent will swing with the Soundbirdmon, use its effect to discard the Gewaltschormer to gain 1 memory, but unfortunately hitting a Jack Raiden security, gaining me 2 memory, and then the Itmon will die to the Candlemon, putting me down to just 3 security, and then he is just going to pass it back over to me. And then starting with 3 memory, I'll be able to bring out my King Kakumon, and then we're going to see a Lady Devimon Digivolved here for 3. Lady Devimon is so fantastic with the support from BT6, being able to draw 2, discard 2 cards, and then Tsunomon will proc being able to draw another card off of that. And then if you've got something like the Ginkakumon, you can potentially gain a memory as well. So you see there, I discard the Kinkakumon and the promote, and then run over the Soundbirdramon. And then, of course, I did forget for a second to trigger the Tsunomon, but I'm going to draw off of that. So you can see lots of cards in my hand, lots of card advantage. You're trying to basically draw into your combo pieces so you can go into stuff like Titamon and set up for your plays. I'm going to use Titamon to discard a card, bring back the promote, and then promote's effect on play will attach the other 2 pieces to gain a memory and then draw a card, which is just so amazing. Like his on play effect is just so crazy when you can actually get it off. Not to mention that Promote does have the keyword rush, so potentially you can swing with him without passing turn. So I'm going to go ahead and start after my opponent's hard played a Gundramon, putting me to 8 memory. I'm going to Digivolve my Gabumon, and Titamon is a big body. He is 12,000, plus if I end up discarding a card, which I can do with something like his inherited effect from King Kakumon, even though my opponent doesn't have a level 3, I can still trigger it so that I can give Titamon the extra security attack as well as the plus 2000 DP. So my opponent is forced to just take it or let his Gundramon die, which he probably doesn't want to do since he committed it to the field for so much memory. I also have the promote that I'm going to potentially Digivolve here. Yep, so we are going to see the Rebellymon Digivolve for 3. Rebellymon will then discard me a card to gain retaliation plus blocker. I should also be able to trigger the King Kakumon, the King Kakumon underneath the Rebellymon to gain a memory, since I have discarded a card multiple times this turn. And then I'm just going to use another purple memory boost, reveal top 4, and grab another promote. Promote is low-key one of the best cards in this deck. The level 4s in this purple deck are just so insane. You have so many plays you can do with Titamon, and then not to mention the Lilith Loop shenanigans if you do end up going into her. But for now, I'm just going to Digivolve my promote in the breeding area for 2, and probably going to try to leave my opponent with as little memory as possible. So now I'm going to play Manoa to guarantee myself 3 memory at the start of every turn, and she is a white tamer as well, so then I will be able to use the Mega Digimon Fusion to go into the thwart, assuming my Digimon here survive. So my opponent does start with the 3 memory. We see a couple of notable cards in the trash. Gewaltschormer, we know there's a Nailbone, and I think a Trump Sword as well. We are going to see a Matt Ishida played for 2 costs, and then Bellstarmon dropped, putting me to 7, and then Cocytus Breath is going to come down, bouncing the Titamon back to my hand. Cocytus Breath is a really nice card. It does out Craniumon and lots of other cards that you don't really want to necessarily delete, maybe something like a Sword Defeat or a Millie or something. However, in this scenario, it's not the best because I can just go back into Titamon with my Rebellymon for a cost 4, and then get his on Digivolve effect again, where I can discard a card and then bring back a level 4 or lower purple Digimon, and then the on play effect does actually activate. So I'm going to bring back my promote, and then his effect effect will stick a King Kakumon underneath them. I won't get the memory gain in the draw because I don't have both pieces, but I will gain the memory from the King Kakumon underneath the Titamon, and then, you know, some other effects will proc there as well. Lots of stuff to keep track of. So I'm going to be able to go into Titamon for 4, and do I have the Mega Digimon Fusion? I do, so since I've got Manoa on field, I could use the Fusion, Digivolve Zwart for free, and then Zwart's on Digivolve will let me mill the top 3 and bring back 2 level 5 or lower purple Digimon. Now, I will say here, I should have swung with the promotes before, so then I could bring back double promote with the Zwart and then potentially game my opponent, even though he does have 1 blocker here. But I think I really wanted to be able to get rid of the Gundramon first just by using Zwart's regular effect. But you'll see here, I'm going to run into security, hit a fly bullet. Fortunately, can't kill my Zwart, but it will be able to kill any of my other Digimon, so my opponent will choose my promote, and then we're going to hit a Trump Sword. So very, very powerful security effects. And then I'm going to draw and discard some cards because of the Demi Marimon as well. So my opponent is down to just 1 security. Neither of my Digimon can attack though, but I do have the blocker set up, as well as the Lady Devimon also got the memory boost, but not even sure if I'm actually going to like utilize them. Not sure if I need to. But if I've got the Lilithmon here, if you remember, there were a couple of Jack Raids in the trash earlier, so it's possible I could go into Lilithmon, but we're actually just going to discard a Lilithmon. I think I had multiples in my hands, but we're going to go Titamon for 4, and then use its effect to, again, discard a card, bring back Promote for like the 5th time this turn, use its effect, gain a memory, draw a card, and then swing for my opponent's last security card, and then to end things off here, by the way, Zwart will go back to the bottom of the deck at the end of the turn because of the Mega Digimon Fusion. But to end things off here, I'm just going to play a Gazimon to prevent my opponent from gaining memory aside from Tamer effects, and then Zwart will go back to bottom deck at the end of the turn. Now, my opponent has 4 memory, but honestly, the only thing he could really do here is like Bellstar for a Gewaltschwarmer, and then maybe like a Trump Sword, the Titamon or something, because he needs to clear my board or put up multiple blockers, right? So if he's got a Zwart as well to bring back 2 blockers, we could see that, and we are going to see his Zwart, but my opponent unfortunately is not going to hit any blockers. So unfortunately, guys, that is going to be game for him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and that will be it for this one. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.